Well, good gold morning to everybody. So, what are we doing and where are we? Well, you know what we're doing if you're watching this video. We're out looking for gold. We got out of work a little early today. I was near this good spot here, and I figured I'd come out and run a little bit of dirt. Alright? So, if you're watching this, you've got a little bit of the gold fever, and I'm going to try to help you guys out find where some good gold deposits will be. Alright? This is a educational video on how to locate and then find and work an ancient stream bed. Okay? Now, I'm on private land here, but I can tell you that I'm on Couch Brook in Massachusetts. Alright? Now, we're at the bottom of the start of an alluvial fan. There's a big mountain up here and a mountain up here. Now, if you see up in here, there's an old high bank. When the glacier was melting, this whole area was probably about 50 feet deep of water. So that ridge line that you see right there, that was an old high bank in the middle of the river. Okay, so the river comes down, and it made this big clay deposit here. This is a big clay berm, solid clay, all the way through. That's all clay, okay? This big rock sloughed out of the clay, alright? So, what you can do is, once you find in an area, you go on Google Maps, go on terrain, look at the terrain. If you notice on the Google Maps for this area, when the glacier came, you could do glacial pathing as well. Find where the glacier was coming from. If you're in New England and there's glacial gold, whatever, you know, it's different for everywhere. But if you're looking for glacial gold, look at the glacial path, which direction it was coming from. In this case, it was coming from the northwest, which is that way. Okay, it came down. When you look on Google Terrain, you can see as it came over the mountain, it broke part of the mountain off. So a bunch of bedrock and everything came down in through here. These big, huge quartz boulders and whatnot, greenstone boulders. The greenstone belt is where the gold originated from in Canada and pushed down into this area. So you got the glacier coming over, breaking down stuff, dropping gold right over like a big ripple. Then the glacier melted, dropped down in, and it caused an alluvial fan right here. It starts to widen out in the valley. So there was a big river here starting, right? So let's walk back down towards where I'm actually currently working. And I'll lay this out for you. So, this edge here, up top, used to be the original outside corner. There would have been an inside corner here, the river's cutting through, okay? Now, back then, this was the bottom of the river, alright? There's another bank up over here. So the river was actually way up here before. It's been cutting in and cutting down and in as it goes, alright? So let's walk down a little bit further. Now, currently, anywhere that you see digging in right there, this was actually the middle of the river at one point. So even though that's an outside corner now, that's a good spot to look because it was originally the middle of the river. Okay? So, as we're going, this here is a log that had fallen down a tree. It's got gravels built up behind it, right? As you come around, as you notice, there's like a riffle here. This would be like in your sluice box. You got material building up and dropping over. If gold is heavy and it's pushing down along and drops, it's going to drop right there. And it's going to push up. You see, it's probably really deep. This is all sandy slough material. Okay, so you're probably going to have better luck right there than you would right here unless you go deep. Okay, so let's keep walking. The river would have been way over here a long time ago. Okay, so now we're into what would be, we're standing in the old middle of the river. Alright, now if you see these big rocks jamming up here, where there's big rocks piling up, that would be where the heavies are rolling down the river. If you see there's three big rocks in a line there, bam, 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 they jammed up. Material is jamming up in the center right here. There's a bank right there, that's an old bank. Alright, material is gathering up. Over time, pushes the river back this way. Alright, so the river's been going this way, cutting around. We've dug here, got gold. We've dug here, got gold. Alright. When I say we, I mean me and Mojo. This is me and Mojo's private spot. We do have landowner permission. So currently today where I'm digging is, because I got here late, I'm digging in the center of this gravel bar, okay? It's a big gravel bar, humps up about 3 feet here. It's about, I don't know, 8 feet wide, tapers down to about 3 feet wide. Okay, now if you watch my other videos in the past, this massive mound of rock here is my tailings from digging along the inside of this corner here. See all these big quartz boulders? These are those quartz boulders I was talking about that came out of the mountain up top. Alright. Now I got some pretty good gold out of it, this inside channel here, working up and in. Lots of rocks to move. So now if you look at it from this way, okay, this is that gravel bar where I'm working. Now this is a big high gravel bar here in the middle. Now there's water running here and there's water running there. Alright, in heavy flow the water comes in, it hits this bank, and it's digging this bank out. Okay, that's why all these trees are falling down. Alright. So you gotta think about it. A couple thousand years ago, the river was way over here, remember I told you. Alright? So let's walk down and around. This here was an old edge of the bank. This was all the inside here. There's a flat middle part of the river. There was an old outer bank here. This right here is an old high bar, just like over there. Okay? This is probably about, I figure by the way that these trees are growing out of the middle of it, those trees are probably at least 60, 80 years old. This mound was there probably, I don't know, 100, 200 years ago. This deposited. Alright. So this is an old riverbed. Now this is what you want to find. You're going to have to do some work digging down. I've already punched some holes and tested some holes here. There's lots of clay. From when the waters are receding, it drops down and pushes all the light material and it deposits over. I've dug down in here. This all sloughed back in, but I got down to the water table about 4 or 5 feet down and started seeing color. So this is going to be a spot where I'll be digging in the future, working into this when I have more time. So what you can do is you can go on Google Maps, look at the terrain, find yourself an area where it looks like the mountains were receding down in and it widens out. Then go on to USGS report and go on to hydro cache. Now that's going to show you every little feeder and creek and water deposit that there is. Okay, that's going to help you out huge when you're out prospecting. Alright, find yourself an old riverbed, put some hard work in, and you're going to get some nice big gold. Alright, so we'll be running the high banker today. We don't need a permit or anything, or in Massachusetts there's no mining laws, no regulations. Got the gold hog mats in there with the extension with the magnet trap in the middle. Got about 1 tub full, close to being full right now. We're gonna finish filling that tub from that spot. I might keep going there, or I might do some other test holes. Today is just a testing, prospecting day. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of information, get you guys out there, see if you can get some gold, and we'll bring you back on once we're running some material. Hopefully we can show you some color. Alright, I hope this information helps you out. If you have any questions, you can always comment and I will get back to you. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for subscribing and watching. Thanks, guys. Ant-Man.